Hey, what's up, guys? This is going to be a very, very sensitive topic, and it's in relationship to the doctor disrespect and the young ones and the EDP and the young ones. And it's just my take on this scenario in terms of as a seasoned degenerate. And I have to show my qualifications. Really, I have a lot of porn, a lot of hentai, a lot of Jav, and a lot of OnlyFans content. And I've scoured the internet for and found all of these sites and sources, and I have a library of all the content that I need in terms of that. So if you're wondering if I'm a fake degenerate or not, I'm pretty much as degenerate as they come. So I know what I'm talking about when it comes down to this situation. And what I'm talking about here is the Blue Archive community, the Zenless Zone community, which will be getting higher and higher, and the obsessed with loving the little children designs in Genshin Impact and other games, and I am pretty much sick of it. And the reason why I'm sick of it is that every single time that person on YouTube or on Twitter or on any of these sites defending their need to lust after little children, they will say that this kid is not real, so it doesn't matter. But it does. Fit psychology, it does. And here's the reason why. The more you expose yourself to something is the more you accept it, and the more it feels natural to you, the more you feel justified doing it. And that is an issue. I have noticed this in myself because I I'm gonna give you as straight as this is. I wasn't into anal, and that's anal category. I wasn't into it before, and over the time, I'll like watch one and watch two with girls doing that kind of stuff with guys, and over the time, I get used to it, familiar to it, and I say, okay, maybe I'll try that in the future. And before, my stance was I was not into it. I was out of it completely. That was a no go for me whatsoever. So I realized a change in my perspective from when I started it to where I am now. And that is the issue that I have with these people that like these characters right now is because they're taking it in every single time. And every single time they take it in is the more it becomes acceptable to them, and they try to justify it by saying, oh, but in game this character says she's 500 years old, or in game this character says this character is driving trucks and driving cars, so she can drink, so she's of age, so she's legal. And the thing about this is that doesn't matter because no woman looks like this. This look like a child. I'll give you an example. Piper right here in Zenless Zone Zero looks like a child. She doesn't look like a petite woman. I know what a petite woman is. I've watched a lot of porn. This is not a petite woman. If you want an example, a petite woman is a Venus Sky or Alina Lee or Ellie Venova or a Kenzie Reese or people like that. That is a petite woman. This design is a 6 year old. She is designed like a 6 year old. This is how a 6 year old looks. Naida is a 4 year old. That is how a 4 year old look. That's not a 500-year-old woman. That's a 4 year old. That's designed as a 4 year old. And if you're feeling any kind of sexual attraction to that, you're not attracted to a 500-year-old woman. This woman doesn't exist. You're attracted to a 4 year old. And that is the main issue that I have with these people on internet, on Genshin Impact, on Honkai Star Rail, on every other game. The problem with Honkai Star Rail is that Honkai Star Rail doesn't sexualize their characters. It's all in the power of the how should I say this? The that kind of community, the PDF community. I have seen them doing it recently where I realized that all of these small children are showing their feet. And I know these guys really are into that kind of feet stuff. I see it with Clara, I see it with the new character Youngling. And in Genshin Impact, I see I noticed I should have made a video about that, but I forgot to make it. And I noticed that all of the little kids in Genshin Impact in Honkai Star Rail are always girls. I've noticed it. Every single one of the chibi girls or the chibi characters in Genshin Impact are girls. Genshin Impact, I can give a little bit pass because they don't sexualize the character to that extent. This is mostly overblown by the PDF community. The main problem I have now is Zenless Zone Zero does. Zenless Zone Zero has sexualized pretty much every single one of their lolly or their little characters. Corin, Piper, Lucy, they're all sexualized. They're all in sexualized pose. And the thing that I'm pissed off about this because they double back on nerfing Nicole's boob that actually looks like an adult. An adult can have the boobs the size that Nicole had, and they nerfed it, but yet still they have no problems with having a kid pose in sexualized pose and then say, "Oh, you know, she's of age. She can drive truck, so she's of age." And in my opinion, I'm pissed off about it because it's not. It's not. It's not. I will never trust my kids around somebody that consumes content like this because I know how the human mind works. The human mind is very curious, and inducive thoughts do take over sometimes. And you kind of wonder, what if I do this? What if I do that? And the statistics will show that it's highly likely that a person that is consuming this content would say, I wonder if, what if, let's try this out. And this is how these situations happen where we have people getting exposed as being pedophiles. And it's not because I don't think it's because they're in the right spot at the right time and the inducive thought take over and they decide that, you know what, let me try this. And this is something that I extremely don't like. Look at the new games that are coming out. Azura Premilia. The way they portray their little kids, they're fully clothed. They're not sexualized at all, but I'm pretty much sure that people are going to do that. I don't think it should be an excuse for people to use to say that it's okay to fap to lolly content, lolly hentai, because they're 500 years old. I don't think it's right to say that. I don't think it's right because I'm thinking about things in real life and I'm thinking about things psychologically as if you consume a certain amount of content, you're going to be attracted to this. You're going to urge for this. You're going to keep on going and say, I want to find some more of that content over and over again. It's something that you're getting attracted to over time. And that's how the brain works. The more you consume something is the more you're attracted to that specific thing. And I completely hate that. And it's one of the reasons why I hate Zenless on Zero so much. The combat is okay. Everything is okay. The TV is okay. The rally system, I really like that. The rally system is amazing. But I don't like the fact that they're well more than okay to nerf hot women that actually look like women. But when it comes down to the kids, they're okay to put them in all kind of sexualization pose, and they're all for sexualizing the children, and it's unfortunate. The Blue Archive, if you have not known, and I don't play Blue Archive, but I've heard for a while that Blue Archive fan base is the PDF fan base, and I've looked into it, and it's true. It's very true. The game is like consistent of all kids. And yeah, the community is it's very much so. I don't know how to do this because this is something that we can't police. We can't police this whatsoever, and it's unfortunate. It's a gray area where these people that are attracted to these kind of contents can get away with it. I'm just here to say that this is how I see it. It's disgusting, and I think it shouldn't be done because it will lead you in a path where you're attracted to this kind of content. It's basically addiction. The more you do something, is the more you are addicted to it. It's the same for gaming. Gaming is addiction. It's the same for drugs. Drugs and addiction. And the more you do drugs, the more you're addicted to it. The more you do gaming, the more you're addicted to playing game. The more you do anything, is the more you're addicted to doing that specific task because it's something that you're getting used to. It's something that is being in your routine, and it's something that you gradually come to accept and accept. And I say this, being a degenerate, going through a lot of stuff, and experience all there is out there in the sea of Rule 34 and everything else. So I know what is out there and how bad it can get. It's unfortunate. And I want to make this video in particular right now, given the fact of what's going on in the real world, where a lot of content creators are being outed as touching kids in real life. And it kind of makes no sense when you think about it. These people have a lot of money. If they want to get that with a legal age girl, they can easily get it. They have the money to get it. And yet, we keep hearing them going after the young ones. I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. If I'm in that position, I'm staying far away from little kids, even if it means talking to them. Like, I have subscribers on my other channel that's way bigger than this, and I keep contact with them. And some of them are little kids, yes, but I've never ever bring the conversation to a sexual kind of area. And if I see that this is going to that area, I am going to be the one, and I have to be the one because I am the adult to tell them that, hey, you're not a child, I'm an adult. This is not appropriate for us to be talking like this, and I'm going to bring it back there. And I understand you have people that would say, try to guilt you into doing it, like to say, "Oh, I'm gonna kill myself" and stuff like that. And you should, uh, you should talk them out of it because they're likely not gonna do it. You should talk them out of it and just be friends with these fans and keep the conversation far away from the sexual aspect. And I don't want to be that guy, but I think Twitch is to be blamed for this for a specific reason. And when you're following a streamer, for the most part, you kind of gain a parasocial relationship with them in the terms of you think that you have a relationship with them. And that is specifically important when it comes down to most of the girl content creators on Twitch. You realize as soon as they make it public that they have a girlfriend, they have a boyfriend, it screws up. That's the reason. I'm gonna finish because I'm hungry and I need to get something to eat. But it's just something that been on my mind. I should have made it in a proper video, but I think now is the best time to talk about it and specifically what's been going on. It's like every single week there has been a new situation where somebody's been outed as a pedophile, and it's just unfortunate. But it is what it is. Man, stay on the right path. You Find a girl that you like in your area and just do things with them. You don't have to go to children, or you don't have to consume body content, or at least tone it down a little bit so you don't get attracted to it because you don't want to go down that rabbit hole. And I really don't want to know that every single time people get outed for doing these kind of stuff with little kids and stuff like that. I mean, it's not worth it, man. It's not worth throwing away your life to do that. And it's much better to just get somebody your age, bro, and or get somebody that is of legal age rather than going down that path. But it is what it is.